Okay, so this one's number 9 and 8.3. And the question actually has 5 parts, but the first 3 are kind of like this, and then these are the 2 parts that everyone has trouble with. So just a reminder to find p of 0, and the next one for this particular example is p of 2, and then p of negative 2. When we're finding p of 0, that just means to evaluate this function right here at 0, which just means plug in 0. So it'll go in just like that, and right there, and right there. And so then p of 0, that's going to knock out the 6, that's going to knock out that 7. And so the only thing left is the negative 3. And for any other value, you would just, do this math, add it up, and then get your answer. P of negative t is actually pretty similar to this idea. So let me show that, and I'll come back and do this one because it's going to take all of this space. So p of negative t means we're just going to evaluate the function instead of like I did here at 0, all the same places where I'm putting zeros. I'm now just going to put negative t and simplify. So here we got 6, and then that would be a negative t instead of a 0, still squared, plus 7, and then negative t, and minus 3. So here when we simplified, we would have done, arithmetic, and in this case it was nice because they all dropped out because of the zeros. Here I have to do a little bit of algebra, and I'm just going to kind of get another algebraic expression like I did up here. So negative t squared is negative t times negative t, so that would be a positive t squared. And then that 6 in front would make it 6t squared. If this had been cubed, then there would have been 3 negative signs, and that would have been a negative 6t cubed. So even powers, you square a negative, it's positive. When you take it to an odd power, it'll be a negative. Right here, we got positive 7 times negative t, so that is negative 7t, and then the minus 3. So a similar expression to what we started with, but that's what you would get if you evaluated it at negative t instead of positive t. So then we got this one where we actually have to do a little bit of work. So I'm going to write that right there for a second. And let me erase all of that. Oops. And that. Okay, let me do this move back. Okay, so now let's find p of t plus 1. Oops, but we'll do that with pencil. So what that means is this t plus 1, the same as the 0 and the negative t I just did, it's going to go right in there for those t's. Get rid of that last stray mark. So that will equal, and so what I'm finding here is this would be right here, but I don't have enough room. So this is going to be 6 and then t plus 1 squared plus 7t plus 1 minus 3. And the same as the last 2 examples, now we just have to kind of simplify whatever we have, and this time it's quite algebraic. So a lot of people have trouble foiling that out in their heads, so let me write these side by side so I can kind of point at what I'm doing. And there's a formula for this. I think we saw it about a chapter ago, but again, people aren't that great at it, so we'll just do the steps here. It's supposed to look more like a t, and then minus 3. Okay, so all I did on that line was just rewrite these side by side. So now I'm going to go t times t, so I'm going to FOIL here, and that's going to be t squared. I'm going to skip one step where I go t times 1 would make plus t, and then 1 times 2 would make plus another t, so I'm just going to write plus 2t, so I don't have to write all this mess out again. And then 1 times 1 would be 1. And then we'll distribute that 7, careful to get it to the 1 there. So 7t, and then plus 7 minus 3. And now I still have to distribute that 6. So that would be 6t squared plus 12t plus 6 plus 7t plus 7 minus 3. And now I have to collect like terms. So that's my only squared. I have 12t there and 7t there, and then there's all my constant terms. So we'll just get that cleaned up. And I'll come back down here now and write that what we've been working on is this p of t plus 1 equals, so 6t squared, 12t and 7t, so that should be, oops, write the squared there, 12 and 7 should make 19t. And then 6 and 7 would be 13, but then minus 3 gets us 10. And so that is how that one works. Hopefully that was helpful.